Merrilee and Her Magnificent Manners is a book about a young girl whose great-grandmother wrote the book on manners. And to her happiness and surprise, a princess moves in next door to her. But this princess is different. She comes from the land of no manners. Mary Cashman and Cynthia Whipple, Connecticut authors who wrote this book, is here with us today. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, Jocelyn.
All right, so how did the two of you get together to write this book?
Well, Cynthia and I have known each other since college, and we both live in Avon. And one Mother's Day a couple of years ago, we were talking about manners and books, and we've always wanted to write a book. We have writing in our background, and we started talking, and it was really like a tennis match. We just both had these great ideas back and forth, and before you know it, we had the idea, the whole concept set up.
We wanted to create a character.
So why did you choose manners as the central theme of this book?
I think we were both brought up similarly in that manners were, underpinnings of manners and kindness and gratitude and appreciation were so important, and we want to pass that along to our children, our daughters.
And Merrilee is, describe her to us.
She's fun. You want to be like her. You want, kids identify with her.
Yeah, if you see the cover, she dresses very cool. She's very hip, and she's a very nice girl. And the underpinning of our book, one of the messages we're trying to get out, besides manners, is really just being kind to each other. And she's a nice, young, hip girl that is very nice to people and who people want to be like.
And this princess moves next door to her?
Yes.
And she discovers that she has no manners, which is, as we all know, princesses are supposed to have manners.
Not this one.
Not this one.
So she has to come over and help her.
Oh, she teaches the princess how to have manners.
Right.
And what was the biggest challenge for Merrilee?
I think she starts out, she brings over her grandmother's manifesto and she tries to help her, and then sometimes she's exasperated by her, but in a funny way.
We try to put play on words and miscommunications throughout the book that make it funny, that kids pick up on and laugh. Like one of the things is you shouldn't serve guests before you're served, and the princess tries to put Merrilee on a platter and serve her. So little things like that.
But this is a book really that can teach adults manners as well,
sure.
Right? Such as what? What else does the princess learn?
My favorite is always the one where she gets the present at her birthday and she already has it and her eyes roll, because we've all been in that situation.
Absolutely.
And I think we were trying to teach that be sensitive to the other person. They chose the present, they're sitting right there. Be kind to them, and that's sort of where we came from that one. That's my favorite one.
Right. Now, did you get inspired, I guess, by your daughters? Because you both each have a daughter.
Yes, we both have. My daughter's almost 5 and Cynthia's daughter is 6. And even the best of kids provide challenges when it comes to manners, and we just thought this was a fun way to sit down with them. And first of all, you're spending time with them, reading with them, which is great, and also showing them in this funny way what it means to have good manners. So they definitely were our inspiration.
Are any of the scenes in the book part of your life? Did you get some of the ideas from your own daughter?
The present one, definitely.
The present
We've
one?
been to so many parties where I already have this, and I
Yes.
just try to tone that down. And so and the illustrator with the rolling of the eyes, that always makes me laugh.
Now, the book, the color of the book is pink, and we were talking about how the both of you really put your personalities into this book. You wear pink a lot.
I do. I love pink. But both our daughters wear pink, so we like
it's such a happy color.
It is a happy color. It really stands out.
It's very girl.
It is very, very girly. And we were talking about how we grew up as we were kids. Manners are important in your family when you were growing up?
Well, Cynthia and I both had amazing, strong mothers who were very loving but very strong at the same time.
I did too.
And I think they, you asked about our inspirations. Our children were our inspirations, but also our mothers, and so they were, it wasn't like put the fork on the left and the knife on the right so much, but it was, again, just be good to other people. Include people. One of the manners is introduce old friends to new friends. Include people. Be kind to one another.
Be sensitive to them. Realize that you could be in their position, and how would you feel? We were always brought up like that.
Right.
I always remember being told that.
Absolutely. Well, my mother always said, hey, when you were heading out into the public, you need to behave well,
Right.
whether we were at church or the restaurant. Now, one of the things that my mom passed on to me was that she took us out to great restaurants with fine dining where we really learned the manners.
Manners,
Where when you sat down, you immediately put the napkin on your lap. That's
Right.
one of the things I stressed with my kids. And then you see how the silverware is situated, and you teach the children how to eat in a formal situation.
Right. We've done that too.
And that's
Yeah.
really, it's a great way of teaching kids, I think,
Right.
of how to dine.
Maybe do it at 5 o'clock when no one's around,
Yeah,
when you're
exactly.
introing into it. But
Exactly.
yes, we've done that too.
Now, your book is, you're self-published.
Yes.
How did you do that?
It's a long process. We did everything. We researched, we found editors to help us revise it, we found the illustrator.
Yeah, the illustrator helped us with the book designer. We researched printers. We found a printer in the U.S. who could do it. We didn't want to go overseas for that.
You wanted it
we wanted it made in the USA.
That was important.
I
It
agree.
was
I like
important to
that.
us.
Absolutely.
So, really, the process took us 2.5 years.
Was the toughest part finding someone to help you get this book published?
No, because we did it
I mean, you
ourselves.
did it yourself, but you still had to find
Each individual person along the road.
exactly along the way.
Absolutely.
We did a lot of
But it really
research.
worked out well. It really, everything fell into place.
Did you go to seminars where you could meet these folks?
We went to a conference, but
But no,
No,
it was
we-
mostly our own
our own
research.
research.
Cynthia would come over my house, bring her daughter. Our two daughters would go play in the playroom,
Okay.
and we'd be on the computer looking up people, looking at illustrators, printers. It was
And we both
very
sort of had the same-
homegrown.
we both sort of had the same vision.
Yeah.
So
and we never argued about it. Everything.
really
We
did.
loved everything.
Well,
the same
it helps
thing.
that you guys are very close.
Right.
Yes.
That does
Right?
help, right.
If you're collaborating with somebody
Exactly.
anyway.
Well, that could hurt too, but it
Really?
actually it did help. It did help.
In what way could it hurt?
Well, you don't want your friendship being harmed because you might knock heads at points, but it was really oddly all smooth sailing with us.
Do you have plans for another book?
Yes.
We hope so. Merrilee goes everywhere. We have a whole ideas.
Oh, I
of
love
the
that.
We have a
So
series in
You do
mind.
have a
Yeah.
series.
Yeah.
Can you give us a hint as to what the next book might be?
Well, our thought wasn't this, but everybody that we talked to says, when are you going to do the manners book for boys? So we might have to focus on that
Absolutely.
one next.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to study that one since you don't have
Well,
sons.
she has.
I have
She
two
does.
boys.
She
Oh,
has
you do
two
have two boys. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
She's going to have all the background information.
I think we
Although
want
they're
Merrilee
good.
going to different places, though. That's
Yeah.
we hope
Okay.
people catch on to her and really want to follow her.
And just
Yeah.
really quickly, recommendations for people out there who want to be who want to write a book.
Well,
What
if
advice do you
if you
have?
want to write a book, write it. That's part of the problem is people say, well, I want to, but just sit down and do it. And then there are so many things on the internet to help you if you need ideas, printers or illustrators. Illustrators, we just said, we went to the bookstore and found ones we liked and emailed them directly. We happened to find ours through someone else, but it all can be done, and it's actually fun.
It is fun, and I think you just have to be open to ideas and to criticism. It's never going to look like it looked at the beginning. It's going to be better.
At all.
Absolutely. All right. The book is Merrilee and Her Magnificent Manners. Thank you, Mary and Cynthia.
Thank
It was
you so
fabulous
much.
having
Thank you,
you both
Jocelyn.
with us.